Hey guys, this is Joe with Pampered Chef. I just wanted to jump on real quick. I have a party that I'm going to this evening, and I am going to I already made one classic hummus recipe, and right now I'm going to make the roasted red pepper and walnut dip. It tastes as wonderful as it sounds because I've had it before. So this is the brand new, just came out this past September, Deluxe Cooking Blender by Pampered Chef. Now what this has with the different settings is you can make smoothie in about a minute. You can also make a hot soup in less than 30. But this has a smoothie setting, grind. This is where you would make your own types of nut butters like cashew, almond, peanut. I make peanut all the time. And all it is just one big jar of dry roasted peanuts and a dash of salt. Just those two ingredients. Even when you buy peanut butter at the supermarket, what you'll notice is there's more ingredients than peanuts in there, and it actually comes out smoother and creamier than the store-bought peanut butter. And there's also alternative milk setting. This is where you would make your alternative milk, such as cashew, rice, oat, almond, all kinds of things. There's also the jam setting, sauce. There's a recipe for caramel in here, and also a wonderful light hollandaise. There's also heated puree. The heated puree is great if you wanted to sneak vegetables into dishes, such as different sauces and gravies and stuff like that. You can do heated purees with that. And then also, last but not least, there's the soup setting. I have already made a tomato basil soup in this. That came out fabulous. And then also a cauliflower garlic soup. It comes out just silky smooth and rich, and it's under 30 minutes. So especially with wintertime here and everything, this is a wonderful tool to have. But also I did want to take a second to talk about the heated wash. So with this, I'm going to make, you make hummus, you make smoothies, you make all kinds of things. And this cannot go in the dishwasher. The heating element is located in the base of the pitcher, and it's a really thick glass pitcher, but the heating element is here. To wash in between the blades and everything, all you do is add 3 cups of water and 2 to 3 drops of dishwashing liquid. And what it'll do, you turn it to heated wash. This will heat up to 140 degrees, and it'll get everything out from in between those blades and up the pitcher and everything. And then all you do is just rinse it under the hot tap and wipe the outside down with a wringed out sponge. You don't want to submerge this at all in water. So that's everything with the cooking blender. And with the cooking blender, you get a Deluxe Cooking Blender guide. And this is where there's all kinds of recipes in here for soups, the hummus, the grind setting for all of the different butters. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention you can make a sunflower seed butter. And then you could do a super seed butter, which is almonds, cashews, and pumpkin, chia, and flaxseed all together. Well, that sounds actually delicious. There's also a nice recipe for horchata. That sounds really good. And so this is where you see all of it. And then there's also recipes for the popular smoothie bowls. There's the green mango coconut, blackberry cashew, all kinds of things that you could make in here. And like I said, this all comes with the purchase of a blender. With the purchase of the blender, you get a boil over cap, and then you also get a tamper, which is this here. This will not reach the blades if you have to tamp anything down. And then also you get the strainer bag, which is what you would use to make your alternative milks. There's also a nacho cheese sauce in here. There's all kinds of jams that you can make. Blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, low sugar strawberry, grape, jelly, and orange marmalade, and also applesauce. So that's got to be really good. And there's also a recipe for a chocolate cherry skillet cake. I'm sure you guys can see. How delicious does that look? So that's all of the recipes in this book. You can also Google different ones. There's a butternut squash, soup, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. What they always recommend is they'll give you the list of ingredients, and then you add the ingredients in order that they're listed. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to add 1 jar of roasted red peppers. So I have the lid on. When it comes off, it'll give that little chime. The great thing about this is similar to the pressure cooker, the quick cooker, is there's all kinds of safety measures in place so that you don't have to worry about it engaging without things being in place. So I already have them here drained. Whoops. Gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Throw that in the sink. Now this is one of my favorite tools here. Let me just rinse this off real quick so I can show you. This is the strainer set that comes in 3 sizes. This is the smallest of the 3. And what you'll notice is this has the stainless steel ring on the bottom, the stainless steel on the top. It's a very thick mesh. You don't have to worry about it poking or busting on you or bending. And then it's reinforced wire here. It's actually a really thick cable on that. And it comes in 3 sizes. That's the smallest of the 3, so if you could just picture that. So I have the roasted bell peppers in here. It was a 16-ounce jar. It was less than $2 at Market Basket. This whole recipe really was just less than 10 bucks, I think. Maybe, I mean, with the stuff that I had and with the walnuts, the walnuts were $5 a bag, so probably less than 10 bucks with stuff that I already had on hand. So I'm going to add 1.5 cups of shelled roasted walnuts. So I have them here in this bowl, but what I did was I had them in an oven at 350 degrees for about 12 or 13 minutes. And what that does is that helps release the natural oil of the nut. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that in. And then next up, I have 2 cloves of garlic here, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now these little dishes really come in handy. You could use these if you don't eat all of something. It's 2-cup capacity. You can get these in sets of 3. And then also there is a 2-cup and 3-cup size. They all come with their own little white lids. But I went ahead and prepped everything here in my little cook area. And these do just come in handy for stuff like this. And then 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 tablespoon of honey, so I'm going to use this. Now this is a gadget that I use all the time in my kitchen. This is the scoop and slice, I'm sorry. Now this has a firm plastic end that's serrated. You would use this to cut bagels or English muffins. And then there's a soft silicone side here. This is great to get every bit of mayonnaise or peanut butter and stuff like that out of the jar. But I'm going to use this to get every bit of honey from this little dish. See how that comes out nice and clean? Let's just throw that here for now. I don't have a production assistant here today. This isn't the Food Network. And then in this little dish here, I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Throw that right in. Okay, and then all you do is you just turn the wheel. We're going to turn it to grind. And it's already preset for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's all it's going to take. So I'm going to hit start. This will go to different variable speeds. It goes up to 7. So right now it's staying at a 5 because everything is pretty well incorporated. Now with the tamper, if everything was staying to the sides and it wasn't hitting the blade, I would just take this piece off, just go in, and I would just move everything in a circular motion. And just move everything in a circular motion towards the blades. it's up to a speed of 6. It's constantly sensing what's going on. Is there more resistance? Is it a thicker product in there? Like it's constantly sensing. The cool thing about it is that when I'm done with this hummus, I'm going to transfer it to a dish to serve it, and then also the best way to clean it is it'll do a heated wash, like I explained earlier. I just do 3 cups of water, 2 to 3 drops of dishwasher liquid, and then just put it on heated wash. It'll heat up to 140 degrees, and just work everything out from in between those blades. Rinse it under the tap, wipe it down on the outside, and then store it for future use. I don't need this, I'm just going to put that away. It was up to a 7, and now it's going to stop. Okay, so now the dip is done. And take the lid off. So now with the friction of the blades, it had actually warmed up a little bit. So as you can see, this is a really silky smooth dip. Now what I'll do is I'm going to put this in a nice bowl with the roasted vegetables, and I also have some cut up pita and naan bread, and then that's what I'm going to use for the dip. Decorate it with some crushed walnuts on the top. But this will go right into the fridge, and this will set, and all of the flavors will marry, like that garlic and that paprika, the roasted red peppers and everything. So as you can see, it's just a gorgeous kind of like a reddish orange color here. You really can't tell that on the camera, but the flavor is absolutely phenomenal in this. And the good thing about these recipes is you can make them, I always tell everybody, you can make them as hot or as mild as you want. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the roasted red pepper and walnut dip. I'm going to take a couple of pictures of how I garnish it and how it looks for the presentation. But if you're interested in getting your own Deluxe Cooking Blender, definitely reach out, message me on this video. My phone number is 508-287-6208. And it's my name is Joe Furtado, F-U-R-T-A-D-O. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram as Joe Furtado 1972, and you can also find me on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching, and this is the Pampered Chef Deluxe Cooking Blender. Thank you.